Hi, my name is Ron Roberts, PGA Golf Professional of 26 years. I want to welcome you to the Educated Golfer. Today I'm here with Otis Smith, the college coach of Midway University. He's the men and women's coach.
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
And he's going to help educate you on how to get recruited for college scholarships. Take it away, Otis.
Thank you, Ron. Appreciate you giving me this opportunity to speak to your viewers. First of all, PJ member, been a PJ member for roughly about 22 years. So I've been teaching golf for quite a while. I've had the privilege of being a college coach now for about 15, almost 16 years. 13, almost 14 years of that have been here at Midway University. Hopefully some of my knowledge I can pass it on to some of the youth and parents who will watch this video and hopefully help get their kids seen or kind of give you an idea of how to get your kids seen. I think this is going to be, talking to Ron, we're maybe looking at doing this in a couple of installments, so we won't bombard you with just a ton of information. But the first thing I want to talk about, obviously, is, how to get your kids seen by a college coach, how to get in contact with college coaches, so we can talk about those things, some of the steps you need to do to get those things taken care of. Give your kid the best opportunity to be seen is what we want to talk about today. The first thing first is, your kid has to play golf. They have to have the ability to put scores down that coaches want to see. So with that being said, they have to play and practice as much as they possibly can to get to the level that they want to be at, to get to the college level. On average, your scores are going to have to be somewhere in the mid 80s and below to get a scholarship. Obviously, the higher level that you go, those scores will differ drastically. I'm at the NAIA level. I do coach men and women, as Ron said, and for our level, I look for kids that have a high ceiling. They may not come in being the best players, but my goal, they have a high ceiling. I've seen that they got a lot of opportunity to continue to get better, and so that's kind of what I look for when I'm out recruiting. But to kind of take it back another step, the word I want you all to understand as parents is kids have to play in tournaments. There's no experience for tournaments except playing in tournaments. Playing with your mom, playing with your dad, playing with the grandparents, all those things are great for the kids, but until they put themselves under the pressure of playing in tournaments where their score actually means something, it counts towards something, that's how they learn to deal with the pressure. That's how they learn how to become better players, work things out on their own, and find themselves in a position where their score counts for something, and a college coach can see that and say, hey, this kid has potential, this kid put the time in, put the work ethic in to get to where they're trying to get to. So first and foremost, I want every parent, if parents are looking at this, kids, potential college, high school kids that are looking for an opportunity to go to college is looking at this, the best advice I can give you right off the bat, play in tournaments. That's the first thing you need to do. The second reason why you need to play in tournaments, besides from the experience it gives you of playing in tournaments, is you have to be seen. And coaches go to tournaments. We go to summer tournaments. We go to, all kind of tournaments. We go across the state, the country, looking at kids. And even if we don't watch it, we look on these various scoreboards and we find kids' scores from that. So we have to see your scores in scoreboards. And we have to go watch you play. What we see, the scores that you shoot in these tournaments, is what make us want to come out and watch you and see you in person and see if the scores matching up to what we kind of think we see on the golf course. So that's what we're looking to do as coaches. So you have to put yourself in a position to be seen. Scores in tournaments is what it will take to do that. So I can't stress enough that the role of the tournament for potential college golfers. There's a lot of different things. There's these ranking systems and recruiting agencies. All those things are great. I will tell we don't have time to kind of elaborate on all those, but maybe in a future video we can talk about those things. But the biggest thing is get tournament scores posted, play in your local, if we're here in Kentucky, so I go to a lot of Kentucky PGA Junior Golf tournaments over the summer. We have other junior tours here, Hurricane Junior Tour. We got the Bluegrass Junior Tour, which I'm affiliated with quite a bit. I go to a lot of those tournaments to watch kids. You got AJGA, you got all these different tournaments. You also got USGA national tournaments that kids play in. So there's so many events locally, so many events. There's junior tours in your area. There's so many things that you can do. So there's plenty of opportunity for kids to play in tournaments. But I can't stress enough how important playing in tournaments for kids are, because that's how us coaches, college coaches, that's how we find out your potential, your ability, and what we feel like you can do to help our programs out. So take heed to that, hopefully. Understand that the tournaments is what it's all about. We're if you can play, a coach will find you. If you're shooting good scores, a coach will find you. And even if your scores aren't, if you don't think your scores are great, you will be surprised. There's a lot of programs out there that are maybe starter programs were just starting up, or they may be down on recruiting for a year and they need to fill some spots. There are a lot of opportunities out there that go untaken because, a lot of times kids just don't put the information out there. So again, tournaments, number one. Number two, the best way is to send information to the college coaches that you are interested in. If you're interested in certain schools, send that coach an email. There are rules that each level has different rules as far as recruiting and contacts and these different things, but you don't know unless you send that coach an email. And if you don't hear back from them, doesn't necessarily mean they don't want you or they don't like you. Maybe they just can't contact you at that point in time. So don't ever be discouraged about anything like that. If you want information, or if you want to know if there's an opportunity for you somewhere, I would suggest that you reach out to that coach via email. I know a lot of young people now like to do things, social media. A lot of us coaches, obviously, we go on social media, we watch, we look at things, we see things. So, sending coaches, message through social media, any kind of way you can get in contact with coaches. If you're interested in that particular school, I would suggest that you do that. But email is probably the most efficient way to make sure that coaches are going to see, send them a resume. These are the scores I've shot in the last 2 or 3 years in tournaments. This is what my goals are. These are, this is why I like your school. I researched the school. Things like this are the things that coaches want to see. They want to know that you just didn't send them a form letter to every college. You actually researched the school that you're interested in, and you know what the golf program looks like. You know what the school looks like, the majors that they have, and you know that school has the major that you're looking to go to. So those are some of the things that you as a student athlete or as a parent of a potential student athlete should try to make sure your kids are doing. Try to find a way for them to get in contact with the schools that they have interest. For me here at Midway, and I'm gonna speak on a personal. Every coach is a little bit different. I'm gonna speak from a personal standpoint here. I absolutely love it when kids reach out to me, let me know that they're interested in what we have going on here at Midway. When they send an email, hey coach, my name is, John Smith. I, saw your school. I saw your team play, or I saw the scores from your team, or I saw you at a tournament recruiting another kid. I was interested in some of the things I heard you say, interested in some of the things the school has, would like to talk to you about potentially being a member of your team. That right there, from a coaching standpoint, and particularly from my standpoint, goes a long way. So I think one of the things that are missed, kids wait for coaches to contact them. If you know it's a school that you want to go to, I would tell you to go ahead and be proactive and reach out to that school, because we're coaches, we're human. It's hard to see everybody. There's plenty of golfers that have played for me that they've contacted me, and I had never even heard of them before. They contact me, I start looking at their information. Like I said, they send me that golf resume, or they send me videos of them playing in tournaments or videos of them swinging. I look at, I reach out to them, call them. Next thing you know, I'm going to watch them play. Next thing you know, we've seen each other 3 or 4 times, and now they're, you know, actively being recruited to come play for me here in Midway, and you know, then they end up getting a scholarship, and now they're part of the golf team. So it happens all the time. You know, Ron is here with me, so we'll talk about one of his proteges, Kelsey. You'll see her highlighted on the channel. She is another student that plays for me. Kind of found out about Kelsey kind of through those lines. You know, obviously word of mouth is a big part of this. You know, high school coaches, PGA professionals who teach junior golfers reach out to me and say, hey, I got kids that, you know, interested in your school, somebody we think can help you out. Kelsey was one of those people. I've actually saw her play and have watched her a little bit. Ron, you know, reached out to me and said, hey, you know, she's really interested in Midway. You know, and I'm like, great, because I'm really interested in her. So it was that type of situation. You know, next thing you know, a year and a half later, she's basically coming to Midway. So the process can be simple, but the biggest thing I would tell you, since we're speaking on how to be recruited and how to be seen by coaches, golf coaches at the college level, the biggest thing, like I say, you have to put yourself out there. Number one is tournaments. Coaches can find you in tournaments. Number two, if you know that there's schools that you want to go to, or potentially can see yourself being a student athlete there, reach out to those coaches. Find out what the opportunities are for you. Find out if they're looking for a player of your caliber. Most of the time, they will be. You know, and then third, you know, if you have coaches, you know, PGA professionals, high school coaches, whatever in your life that are willing to, you know, send your information out to coaches and do those things, that's probably the third best way to be seen. You need to be found out about, is to have those people in your life that have contacts and access to college coaches, to reach out to those coaches and let them know. Because me as a coach, if I have another PGA professional like Ron, you know, telling me, hey, this young lady or this young man is a player that, you know, I think has great potential, somebody that they think can play for you, we're going to heed that advice. And we're going to, at least, where at worst, we're going to come and check it out thoroughly before we, you know, say no to something like that. So that's something that I think you need to keep in mind. So utilize all your resources, utilize the people that you know, your coaches, PGA professionals that you know at your club, if that's who's giving you lessons. Reach out to your, you know, your high school coaches. So reach out to the college coaches via email, via social media. Again, those are some of the things that you need to do to make sure you put yourself in a good position to be contacted by coaches. And again, first and foremost, you have to play in tournaments. Coaches really aren't going to recruit you if they can't see results. You know, they need to see that you played in some tournaments and not knocking high school tournaments, because don't get me wrong, any tournament is better than no tournaments, but we need to see you playing in events with, you know, against your peers in summer tournaments and different leagues and things like that, so that we can really see that you have a, you know, because you get comfortable if you're just playing with your teammates all the time and you're playing against the same teams all the time. But when you're playing against a lot of different talent, that's when you really kind of see yourself, you know, gain and get better. So that's what coaches are looking for. So try to play in as many, you know, summer tournaments, junior tournaments as you possibly can. Because again, I can't say it enough. There's no experience like tournament experience. I touched on resume real quick, and to kind of finish this up, unless Ron wants to have some questions, I want to say one of the big things with a resume is, when you're putting a resume together, you want to always put your best foot forward. But I will tell you this, coaches are going to find out the bad scores too. So if you're going to list your scores for the whole year, if you're going to list your 22, you know, we're in 2025 right now, going into 26. So if you're going to list your scores from the year of 2025, try to put all of them in. Don't just highlight the ones where you had your career round. Highlight those, but, you know, also list the ones where you didn't play so well, so coaches know, you know, that you're a real golfer. You know, nobody plays great all the time. You know, so I think that's one thing you can do, and give them a multitude so they can kind of have an idea of what your average score is, what your, put the courses that you played in there, let them know, because all coaches kind of know, and they can look up the golf course and see how tough the golf course is. They can see how tough the field is. So all those things matter. So when you're doing a resume, be thorough, tell the coach what you're looking for, talk about your scores, talk about what you want to do academically. If you list in there your GPA, highlight the things that are good, and that's what gets you seen by college coaches. So I know we touched on quite a few things here. I'm gonna turn this back over to Ron. He got some questions for me, but again, first and foremost, tournaments. Number 2, reach out to coaches. Number 3, if you try to put some things together in a resume that you can present to a coach and give them as much information as you can to help them want to recruit you. All right. Ron?
Yeah, that's great information. That's what, as a pro, I have a lot of parents that come up to me and ask these same questions, and Otis is the expert. So the one thing, is there a number of colleges should they just go 3 or 4, or should they go 5 or 10, or there's really no limit, are there?
There's no limit. Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing is, we can get, like I said, we can get into the weeds of the different levels: D1, D2, D3, NAI, JUCO. We can talk about those things. The only thing that I want to say on that in this particular video is that every level is an opportunity. Yeah. There's so many colleges that have men's and women's golf. If reach out to 20, reach out to 30. If you know 5 that you might be your dream schools, reach out to those 5 first. If you don't get the answer you want to go get from there, reach out to 10 more. So that's kind of what I would suggest that you do. The bigger pot you put the bigger hat you throw your name into, the better chance you got of getting an answer back that you want. So there's no limit to the schools that you can reach out to. Your parents might limit how many you can go visit based on financial costs and things like that, but there's no limit to how many you can reach out to via email. But again, I would try to personalize those emails or those contacts to that specific coach. There's nothing worse for a coach to get an email. You think you're sending it to Midway University, but you got the coach's name from another rival college that because you kind of send them out in a form manner. Just make sure that take the time to be personal with those. Hey, I looked into Midway University. I see you guys have had great success over the last few years, winning the conference championship last year. Whatever personal information you get, that way the coach knows that you actually looked into that school and that you're actually familiar and that that's somewhere that you really want to be. So.
Yeah, and just understand, Otis is always looking for good players.
Always.
So go ahead and give them your give them your contact information, so they can contact you.
Yeah, it's real simple. I'm Otis Smith. My email at Midway is osmith@midway.edu. It's about as simple as it gets. osmith@midway.edu. You send me an email to that, I should get it. There shouldn't be any issues there. And I will, do my best to reach out. Either myself or my assistant will reach back out to you and kind of let you know what's going on. But we're always looking for talent. And to be honest with you, I'm recruiting not only 26, but I'm recruiting 27 as we speak right now as well. So don't think you got to wait to after your senior year or till you're in your senior year. 10th grade, 11th grade, go ahead and start sending out information because that's you have to. The sooner you get started, the sooner you make a commitment. I tell people 2 things. Number 1, the coach knows you're committed to them as a junior in high school or early senior, whatever. Number 2, it's a weight off your chest. Once you know you're committed somewhere, you sign, you don't have to think about it anymore. You can just enjoy the rest of your high school career and enjoy just continuing to get better and just relax and have a good senior year or junior year and senior, depending on how early you sign. But those are things that hopefully the things that we're talking about will help you. But if you want to reach out to Midway, we have a great golf program here. Men's and women's teams done very well. Both teams are coming off conference championship. So if you want to be a member of what we have going on here, reach out to me, Otis Smith. It's osmith@midway.edu. I would love to talk to you.
There you go. That's it. Thank you very much. I just want you to know, Otis is a player. I'm a player, but he's a step above me.
I used to be a contender. Never.
But anyway, you've been in great hands, and thank you all so much, and hope this helps. And we're going to do some more videos down the road with Otis on, again, how to help you to get to that college that you're looking for. Thank you very much. Anything?
No, thank you guys for taking the time to watch it. Thank you.
Okay, take care. Have a good day.